Hello everyone, this is George Sawtooth. This is November 1st, 2023. 68 years ago, November 1st, 1955. United Flight 629 left Denver around 7 p.m. and blew up due to 25 sticks of dynamite because of John Graham. Killed 44 people. See this house over here? It's Dorothy and Harold Heil farm. They rented a little house just to the south of there. That was Jack and Daisy Brubaker. So John Graham blew up this airplane with 25 sticks of dynamite on a timer, and he wanted to kill his mom Daisy King. She was on that flight 629. He had a lot of animosity towards her because she actually put him kind of in an orphanage for many years, and then she was married 2 or 3 times, and then times got kind of well for her, but she never did take him out of the orphanage. So he had a lot of this animosity built up inside of him. And that day, November 1st, he took his mom to the airport, bought $37,500 worth of life insurance, and from a vending machine of all things. Can you believe that they had vending machines at Stapleton Airport, Denver? And 11 minutes later, that flight blew up in this field that I'm at right now. I told you guys thought my last video was the very last flight 629, but since this is November 1st, and can you believe what a beautiful day it is? Just a beautiful day. The sun is shining. The mountain peaks are snowed upon with a beautiful white powder. Just an amazing day. That's the Dorothy and Harold Heil farm. And you know, it's so weird that these people that rented from Harold and Dorothy Heil, their names were Daisy and Jack Graham, or Jack Brubaker. Their last name were Brubaker, but they had the first name. John Graham his nickname was Jack, and his mom name was Daisy. So isn't that a coincidence? Very strange coincidence. Over here, this is the farm of Conrad and Kenneth Hopp. They were just teenagers at the time when that flight blew up and landed in this field right here. They immediately came out to look to see what was going on and see if there were any survivors. And let's see, over here, right, see that tree right there? That was the Rudemaker farm. And this old abandoned farm, I made a video of this old abandoned farm about a month ago. This was either the Jake Heil farm or was the Lang farm. Jake Heil was Harold Heil's dad, and he supposedly that book, he farmed this part of the land here, while Harold farmed that part of the land. Yeah, and then the Hop farm is right there, and those teenagers, you know, they lived with that. They saw those bodies. You know, the bodies were kind of like jelly, bags of jelly. Once you hit the ground like that, you just turn into a bag of jelly because all the bones get broken, and like the fuselage and the front nose of the plane and the engines, they landed like 6 to 10 feet into the ground, you know, after falling, God only knows, 7,000 feet. Isn't this a beautiful day? 68 years ago this happened, November 1st, 1955. I want to give a shout out. I had a radio show a year ago, and I did it for a few months, and I met two really wonderful people. Phil Burley was 5 years old when this accident happened, and he came out with his family, and his dad was the manager of Johnson's Corner. Johnson's Corner, you know, the famous Johnson's Corner cinnamon rolls. Yeah, so his dad was the manager, and his dad brought out coffee and food for the people that were recovering the wreckage. Phil Burley, he was on my radio show. That was a good radio. He was on a couple times. Very good. And then the other lady I want to shout out to is Marion Peppelmeyer. She was 6 months in the womb when her dad was on this airplane, and she wrote a book. I'll list all this stuff under the underneath my video and explain everything, and I'll even post a link to so you can buy Marion's book. But yeah, November 1st, 1955. It was occurred 7:11 p.m. I believe now it's about 3 p.m. So about 4 hours from now, 68 years ago, the plane blew up. Like I said, I have a other video where I showed where the tail landed, which they are developing right now. 9 bodies fell where that tail landed. So wherever they're building now, there's those houses, there were 9 bodies recovered. The rest of the bodies were recovered over here just south of the Heil farm. I would walk over there a little bit farther, but I don't want to get arrested for anything. I don't want to be arrested for trespassing. Last thing I need to do is be arrested for trespassing and spend my night in the jail. But man, what a gorgeous day. So check that story out. If you guys, my videos, the point of my videos, I want to whet people's appetite to do their own investigation into this situation and into any abandoned cemeteries. Do your own research. Like I said, this farm could have been Jake Heil's farm, or it could have been the Lang farm. There's Firestone right over there. Firestone. There's Barefoot Lakes. This is all going to be houses one day within the next 10 years. There's Highway 66. See right, Highway 66. It's all going to be houses one day. They're already building houses across from Highway 66 right now. And I've kind of hit a wall in terms of creating a memorial for Flight 629. I just don't understand. You know, I was thinking about contacting United Power, the substation here, that maybe they would be willing to put one up on their property for Flight 629, because these guys won't over here. These they're developing this area here, this Barefoot Lakes area. They won't put one up. Okay guys, if you guys have any questions, please contact me, georgesawtooth@yahoo.com, and I can answer any questions. All right, beautiful day. The main flight right there landed right there, right south of that house. God bless you. Bye.